This is Arukh Shulchan Yeridea Simon Chavdal Sifim Yud Aleph 2 Tezvav. This is day 118 of the Supplemental Arukh Shulchan Yomi series. Yud Aleph, we're talking about what it said in Yud, that according to Ramah, if you shechted even the majority of the backbone, where we apostle the Shrita, there are those apostle the Shrita, and much not deviate from this because of the issue of applying pressure. So the Yabis says in Ram Rok the Achronim Dochel Haidina. Most of the Achronim reject this Ramah. The Angel Sfar Sheba says no logic to say there's a trade for Kamishas Muchel Gledya. But the Gemara that if you test on the base, it's clear that Chashash says it's not a concern. Chem is already very shining, and so too is clarified from the Rishayim, and that's from he quotes here not to be shining, but the Shach that has Prichodesh and crazy placey. But to the Sefta near the Ein Raya from the 17th no proof in Acharu Velokai Mifrekas Kal. The chapter which discusses this about when you decapitate an animal during shechita, it seems the issue is not about the mifrekas, but rather about the simanim themselves. What the Mishnah says, so he decapitated the head in one fell swoop. If the knife has an extra neck length beyond the neck of the animal, because shera is kosher, then it adds it adds even if the knife had a full additional length. Then decapitate the animal in one fell swoop. Then we're concerned maybe did drisa. The other, on the contrary, the Sefta is right laheter. The Sefta is evidence he matter. The man of shach. From this, the Sefta adds that if you adamite decapitate is also, there's evidence to be matir in other circumstances. Even though my lashon kol rosh frekas kai. If we're going to say the language of you had in mind to decapitate the entire head is going to be frekas king gamaloshan karosh the mishnah kankan frekas guy, so also the lashon mishnah is also going on the mifrekas on the back with non-leg. It says explicitly deviation kamalei tzavar if there's an additional neck length and chutz tzavar kamalei tzavar beyond the neck length of the animal itself, she doesn't share it because she does kosher. So they say emphasize rock miskamel chahedya. Something we had in mind to do this deliberately, to decapitate. Love time shechita, not by generic shechita. Your base komako came to Rabbeinu Ramah because some shemin on tree, but whatever the Rishem Rachman writes, it's Ramah writes that the minhag is to declare treif. Kosher hakel, it's very difficult to lenient. Shalom makom mafsi ruba, if not, it's a place where there's substantial loss. Nechla mitzvah mefrekas ein lach mirklau. However, he says minority of the backbone was cut. You don't have to be machmir at all. Maral mi Prague. Maral eventually evidently did something. It was even the entire back was cut. That's some of the task. Interesting, he brings that in. Maybe you should answer because the Ramah says it's answer, and other people conduct themselves according to Ramah and answer it. The Beselo Shach Minhag. Here it's not, minhag is not relevant. Do Davar Shein Matzah, it's very infrequent. The Davar Shein Matzah lo Shach Minhag. Interesting. So where there's not prevalent, there's no minhag. If you didn't reach the spinal cord, there's no concern at all. The main part is this cord. Some people are machmir even with a substantial loss. When the majority of the spine of the backbone is caught, until it passed most of the spinal cord. It's full short. It says doesn't seem to be so machmir. Was saying which Rishem permitted explicitly. There's no proper reason for the chumrah. Okay, one of the rare cases in which we have a substantial contingent who paskin against the Ramah. You give a adam shochet over the person shechting a bird, bochas the simai beis atzosam, and he's holding the simanim with his two fingers. So she ochos some yafi has to hold him well. Shim eno ochos some tuv. But Tovi doesn't hold them well. Sometimes they will slip away to here and to there. It won't be able to check them by moving the knife out. The other day, just come to pressure. The ideal shechita is as our shechtim do. I guess it means in the Bardak, maybe in Lita. They stretch the skin very well. And they hold with their left hand the skin around the the backbone shumatuach when it's stretched taut. So the simana then present themselves well. You also should not put your finger on the knife. I guess that would actually lead to pressure. But hold on to the handle. Not to cut the pressure. So you shouldn't sitting down, but rather standing up. When you're sitting down, it's very easy to cut the pressure. If you ever in a makiv, it's not an impediment. If you do put your finger, you were sitting down if you know you did not apply pressure. Yudal, Besim Lechov Gimel, Nizbar, the Shia Poselas Ben Bekona Ben Beshet. We said that delay passes both by the trachea and the esophagus. Can you dream of and so too the same thing is true by pressure. Va'adra, on the contrary, if you demand the matir Shia Bimut Kama the Kona, even those who allow a delay in the initial minority of the trachea, motive adjust the apostle. They can see that by pressure it's possible. Since psul happens at the shchita and in the act of the shchita. As opposed to shia, came and shishah, the first mice is gone. It's like you found half the trachea damaged. The drasa in the first minority is like shia in the last minority. Also there came since you continue to shecht after you delayed. The Galidaita, we learned the Mitzvah for the Shchita Rishona. You join up the first Shchita. Shchita Achazdaim is like one Shchita. See, I'm sure Shlomo. Yeshit Malashon Rabbeinu Beisayis B'Sivav. When we stand Beisayis, because we said right, I feel lost a drasa, B'Masha Avesha Psul, even made drasa in a minute amount of the esophagus. It's possible to show. For Lama Shmir Abusi Yesem, when there's a bigger chish. Now feel Masha Me'akana Psula, even in Masha from the trachea is possible. Many parts that Shiv call me drasa, the minute is widespread to trafe up any type of drasa, Ben B'Mut Kama, whether in the first minority, Ben B'Mut Basa, or the last minority. Whether it's in the trachea or whether in the esophagus. This is the primary law of Mitzvah. It's not a stringency. The bracket says, Beis Yosef, near the Sfili, Kamosh Kasa, Rivash, just hold the Milkam Kona, Lavkum. We must hold that Rivash, that also the other psulim of pressure and of going underneath the Simonim in the first minority of the trachea is nothing. Av Shabbat's Moivi, Shem Shchitos Ashkenazis. Even though himself brought the name of a book called the Shchitos Ashkenazis, Le'Isser, Lo Sfeilakei, must be does not hold that way. I am pretty close to continue test. Test Vav. Next blow. Chalod Ketzad. Lashon Chalod Lashon Hatamona V'Kisui. It's a language of covering wrapping up and covering. Lashon Chul Dadar B'Batim. It's a language of a mole which lives at the foundations of the house, and conceals itself. So the knife is hidden at the time of shchita. It's not seen by the air of the world. There's also a hint at this in the pasuk. The Gemara Daf Lamed Yeshish there's one requires that the cut of the sheet itself should be open, and revealed in one place, not in 2 or 3 places. And he learns this out. The says there's an arrow which is slaughtered is their tongue. I guess it's somehow or another that it's the shechting has to be open like an arrow, which opens up a hole. I don't remember the derivation. We don't hold that way. It can be in 2 or 3 places. Even though we don't learn that it can be 2 or 3 places, we do learn that the shechita has to be open, revealed, and not concealed. And therefore, we're going to learn next sif what exactly that entails.